Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. As you can see, I am back in good old Baltimore again. Yeah, when I came back from the airport the other day, it low-key felt kind of weird coming back here, given that I haven't been here for such a long time. Let's see, I was in Taiwan for about 5 weeks, and then also a few days in LA as well. So roughly a month and a half or so, I would say. To come back here after such a long time, it almost feels like I'm moving to a new apartment, even though I've moved in a few months ago. There's certain things that I'm already familiar with, but also certain things that I have to get used to again, right? For example, obviously the main one being the weather. I don't know if you guys can see through the windows, but it actually just started snowing this morning. A lot of the buildings around this area are already filled with snow. To go from Taiwan, where it's 70 degrees minimum, to now where it's like 20 to 30 degrees every single day, is definitely an adjustment for sure. The best way that I can describe winter in the East Coast, if you've never been, is it's so cold here that it physically hurts when you go outside. Like when you walk outside, you know how the wind is like blowing in your direction? Sometimes it gets so cold that it feels like there's needles poking your face as you're walking. Honestly, this year wasn't even as bad as last year, where it was like so cold that I just feel like I want to stay inside the whole time. This year, it's still somewhat cold. You know, I still have to wear 2 jackets sometimes, but at least we still get sunny days like today. So hopefully, you know, later today I can go somewhere. But yeah, today is a very special day. It's actually New Year's Day as I'm filming this video. So happy 2026 to everybody. I wanted to start off the year fresh, so that's why I just cleaned up around the house this morning, get things organized. And then right now I'm actually gonna do some journaling. I wanna start a new journal for this year. So yeah, let's do that right now. Yes, just finished my first journal entry of the year. I'm feeling pretty good about this year, honestly. I know I say that like every single year, but honestly, that's all you can do is to stay optimistic whenever a new year comes around. Now that I've had some days to think about what I want to do for this new year, I jotted down on this first page where there's certain goals that I want to achieve this year. For example, I wrote, build a healthy routine, right? I want to wake up and go to sleep around the same time. I want to meditate, journal every day, things like that. I also want to be more social, make new friends, volunteer at community events. That's something that I really want to do for this year. I volunteered at a food drive when I was in high school. I did it for like about 6 months to a year, I would say. And that was like so wholesome for me to be able to deliver food boxes to people and seeing them smile. So I want to do that again this year. There's certain things that I wrote down here that I can't say for now, but I want to do them. And when I finally do them, I'll be able to talk about it. A goal that I had last year that I wasn't able to achieve was run a half marathon. Now, this might seem easy for a lot of people that run regularly, but as somebody that is this size, like if you ask anybody that plays basketball or play football, I can probably tell you that most of them probably say that they can't run long distance. I remember last year I was trying to get myself to prepare for a half marathon, right? And then I went to the gym. I only ran for 2 miles and I was just exhausted right there. And just thinking about having to run 13.1 miles, right? That's how long a half marathon is. It just made me feel like I can't do it. This year, I just have to somehow find a way to get in the best shape possible to run a half marathon. And then a more general goal for me is to just be happy, do things that make me feel happy, like traveling to new places, which I've been doing, and then just being more present. I feel like I can definitely use less screen time and do things that feel like I can be more present, like when I play guitar, for example, when I journal, when I plan. I feel like those things are way better habits than just doom scrolling on social media. Just a lot of these small goals that I want to achieve this year. I think the way to finally achieve them is to not put too much pressure on myself, right? I've done that in the past where I just tell myself every day oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. And I feel like when I do it that way, it just feels like, it just makes me not want to do it anymore. Versus if you do it nonchalantly, where you take small steps to get there, then maybe then you will be able to accomplish that goal. If you also have goals that you want to achieve this year, you can comment it down below on this video, and then we can all look back at this video at the end of the year and say that we were able to do this and that. For today though, I want to go to this trail where they have this long road of concrete, and I want to bring my penny board with me to ride along the whole road. I think that would be very relaxing. Right now, I would say is about the perfect time to go outside. There's probably nobody anywhere you go because it's so cold right now that most people are staying inside. When most people are inside, that means it's my time to go outside. So we're gonna go to the trail and just have some fun. God, I'm scared. Woo! Ah, 太陽下にこの自然を楽しめると素晴らしいね。この感じで。To have this whole view right in front of me, it's just beautiful. I've only ever gone this far into the park, so I'm not sure just how far the water creek goes, but the water goes from there and it keeps flowing to over there. There's something so pleasant about walking on a trail when there's a water creek nearby. You can hear the water ripple, you can see how clear the water is. It just makes you feel good to be outside. Even though a lot of the trees right now bear no leaves from the coldness, I would say that there's like a charm visiting a place when it's not at its best state, right? Because everybody loves a place when it's all green and stuff, but it takes one to really appreciate nature to still see its beauty when it's all barren. The leaves are not green anymore, but I just love to see it laid out like this on the floor. I thought that the water creek would be mostly frozen by now, but it's still very active. The water is still flowing elegantly. This might be the last place that I visit that is somewhat still near the apartment. I feel like I've visited so many places near the metropolitan area of Baltimore that now I feel like I need to start exploring the outer parts of Maryland, right? For example, there's this place called Harvard de Grasse. It's like northeast of Baltimore. And then there's also a whole nother, plot of land that's northwest of Baltimore that I want to explore as well. I guess from now on, the places that I want to go to, it's going to take a little bit longer to get there, but it's all good. The farther it is from Baltimore, that means the quieter it's going to be. So if that's going to be how it's going to be, then I'm happy with that. I'm almost losing the sensation in my hands. I really should have brought the warm pouches that I brought back this time to Baltimore. They're basically these small pouches where once you start to rub them, it starts heating up. I just know it would be very useful during the winter season. It's just that I forgot to bring it. So now my hands feel like Tyson chicken nuggets. Okay, I think it's time to get back now. It's really fun though, riding this penny board. I'm gonna start bringing this everywhere with me so that if there's ever a flat land, I can just ride this the whole way through instead of, walking the whole way. I gotta be careful though. Sometimes there's like rocks on the floor or tree branches. Like just now, I almost slipped because there's a tree branch in the way. If I don't notice it in time, it might be over for me. All right, let's ride it back to where I started. Woo! Also, you see a little bit of the ice on the floor. Let's get it.